All right. Welcome to Live at 5 for a Friday afternoon. Really glad everybody's here tonight and that you took a few minutes. We know your time is valuable, so we appreciate you guys being here. We will begin today's show as we do every show with a Hail Mary for the repose of the soul of Emery Escobar. That's been our custom since 2017, and we'll just continue it on. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. So, on with the show.
Time is very precious to me. I don't know how much I have left, and I have some things that I would like to say. To me, there are three things we all should do every day. If we do this every day of our life, you're going to have, what a wonderful, number one is laugh. You should laugh every day. Number two is think. You should spend some time in thought. And number three is you should have your emotions moved to tears. Could be happiness or joy. But think about it. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That's a heck of a day. You do that 7 days a week, you're going to have something special. I just got one last thing. I urge all of you, to enjoy your life, the precious moments you have, to spend each day with some laughter and some thought, to get your emotions going, to be enthusiastic every day. The motto is, don't give up, don't ever give up. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Every minute that I have left, I will thank God for the day and the moment I have. And I'm going to say it again. Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those three things are going to carry on forever. I thank you, and God bless.
All right. I love that speech. I loved it back in 1983 when he gave it. I've listened to it I don't know how many times over the years. I need a little uplift. He's just powerful. But I also remember not long after seeing that speech in 1983, I was at Salem State College, and I saw a bumper sticker in the parking lot, and it said, "They can send me to college, but they can't make me think." So I ran the newspaper there for 3.5 years, and I had a weekly column in the newspaper, and really it kind of bared down on me every week, kind of like this show does on a daily basis. But that was weekly. And I was thinking of this earlier too. A little side note: early this year, I listened to Shonda Rhimes, "The Year of Yes." She wrote Grey's Anatomy and a couple other ones, and she called it laying tracks for her weekly show because the train keeps coming and the deadlines keep coming, and that's what it felt like when I had my weekly column in the '90s, and so it feels like sometimes today. It's just laying track, right? This train is still coming at 5 o'clock, so. I guess this also falls into the perseverance category we've been talking about all week. And that's also why I played that Jim Valvano video, because he's another one that's the embodiment of perseverance. So anyway, I saw that bumper sticker, and I had just seen the Valvano speech. And he was talking about the priorities with however long of time he had left on this earth. Turns out he passed away about 6 weeks after that speech. So in my column, I saw that bumper sticker. I wrote about the fact that there were probably people paying the tuition for somebody not to think. I just found it ironic. But that wasn't the premise of the speech. That was sort of the introduction. And I kind of went deep into what the speech meant to me then. That was really the reason for the column. But I look back on the speech now, I see something different than I did. I mean, that was 30 years ago. Nuts. 30 years ago. So the first thing I see now when I watch that video, I see time. The clock's ticking for everybody. Valvano, right? He knew he only had a short time left. And really, I mean, he knew he had a short time left because of his diagnosis. But it can be the same for any of us, right? Life can change in an instant. So really, all we have is right now. Right now, this minute. Remember the Earl thing? Get between here, because that's all we have is right here, right now. Like, that's what we have. So that speech from Jim Valvano is an invitation for me, for all of us, to embrace the moment for the moment that it is. I just need to be grateful to bring those three things that he talked about: to laugh, to cry, and to think, and bring gratitude to all of those. The other thing that stands out is love. Valvano calls us really to love deeply, to appreciate others, and to be compassionate, right? You heard him emphasize cancer cannot take away it can only take away my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. Nothing can touch any of those three things that we all have. And the final piece that what I get from the speech today when I watch it is perseverance, our theme for the week. In this spiritual journey, perseverance is the driving force, right? It's the unwavering dedication to our path, despite any obstacle. Perseverance shows its face, particularly in adversity. So I used this quote earlier this week. We boast of our afflictions, knowing that affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character, hope, and hope does not disappoint. So I kind of botched that quote the other day, so I'm calling for a mulligan on that one, but it just fits to the theme of the week. I also found this cool quote from Jack today. Perseverance, the only little typo, the only thing that happens overnight is the start to a new day. So everything takes time. The only thing that happens overnight is the start to a new day. So the theme, as we heard at the end also, of the Jimmy V Foundation is don't give up, don't ever give up. So I love those three things that he talked about. Number one is to laugh. I should laugh every day. So, see, I'm smiling here, but I've heard that I don't smile enough. But I do think that I'm generally in a pretty good mood. And I do try to laugh at least once during the course of the day. I often say everything in life is connected to a Seinfeld episode. So when that comes up in conversation, I'm kind of infamous for sending that person, whoever I'm talking to, about that situation. Oh, that's George said this, and then I'll send them the video. Number two is to think, to spend some time in thought. I do a ton of thinking. I guess that's the old grass doesn't grow in a busy street thing. But I did mention this clip before, and I dug it up this afternoon. So I want to play that just for a little sidebar.
Oh, your bald spot is getting bigger.
Hey, well, that's a sign of brains. You ever hear the old saying, grass don't grow in a busy street?
And it don't grow in cement, neither.
So there you go. We just accomplished Jim Valvano's laughing thing. Anyway, I stopped listening to mostly any radio when I started this show. So all I do is think all the time. Some of it obviously is prayer time or a podcast or the Hallow app or whatever, but that's about all I put in my head. I do a ton of thinking. I'm just kind of looking for guidance and what I can put together for that afternoon segment. And of course, that number three is to have my emotions move to tears. He said happiness or joy. I think he misspoke. Happiness or sadness. I don't know that I cry every day. Seems like I cry every day on this show, though. Because I'm far more emotional than I've ever been. I do prefer tears of happiness and joy than tears of sadness. But either way, like Jack used to always say, Michael, real men cry. Hey, Jack. Thank you. So if all those three things are happening in my life, and if all those three things are happening in your life, I've had a heck of a day. You have had a heck of a day. So that column that I wrote in Salem State in the newspaper that week, I said, the next time that you decide not to think, try not to think about Jim Valvano. So I ended yesterday's show with this, and since he ended it, I'm going to end it again. That don't you ever give up. Indeed. So if you like today's show, please comment, like it, share it out if you think someone might benefit. Share it out anyway. We have looks like almost 20 people on. That's like our biggest audience. It's pretty cool. So what about you? Do you laugh every day? Do you think every day? Are you moved to tears every day? How will you live this 1 minute? So give a shout out if you made a comment in here. Catherine, so glad you made it live. Teresa also live. Crystal checking in. I have the crying down. Yeah, I think we all do. Paul Blum, my brother. Joe Leva, you're in, brother. CJ, holy cow. All the regulars love it. Bill LaPierre, I love to laugh at myself. Yeah, you and me both, brother. It is okay for a man to cry. Erica, so glad you're here. Lived each day to the fullest. Nancy Higgins, wow, so glad you're here. I know. Archie and Edith and Seinfeld. Pretty good, huh? Arlene, glad you're here. Kelly, glad you're here. Anyway, appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all the feedback. Keep them coming. It really gets me going. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys all here tomorrow live at 5. Until then, be amazing or just be. God bless.